Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching my review of Speyburn 18-year-old. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to my review of Speyburn 18-year-old. Speyburn is a single malt whisky distillery from Scotland and it's from the Speyside region. The distillery itself dates back to 1897 and it's slightly unusual in the fact it started producing whisky before the distillery was complete in order to mark the Diamond Jubilee of Queen Victoria. This particular whisky is aged for 18 years in a combination of American and Spanish oak. It's 46% ABV, it's natural colour and non-chill filtered, and it came to me as part of my Somerton whisky subscription. This particular whisky retails for around £88.50, but I got it as part of my subscription, so it was £59.95. Shall we find out what it tastes like? On to the whisky. So before I start nosing and tasting, let's have a quick look at the colour. I'd say that's quite dark. It's a sort of like mahogany colour. Very nice shade indeed. Let's start with the nose. Right, so the first thing I get with this is like a vanilla. I'm getting some apple. There's some sweet juicy raisins. There's a hint of pear drops. I'm also getting some milk chocolate. And there's also some buttery biscuit. Reminds me a little bit of shortbread. Let's move on to the palate. Yeah, so I'd say this is soft to start, but it's packed with juicy raisins. I think in terms of palate, it's definitely it's definitely the sort of thing that you need to have a couple of sips of, because for me it just doesn't awaken my palate enough, and yeah, that softness almost comes across as like nothing's happening to start. And then it opens up with juicy raisins and those sort of dark soaked fruits. Let's have another sip. Yeah, along with those raisins, I'm getting figs. I'm also getting some orchard fruits like apples and a hint of pear in there as well. I'm pretty sure I've not had a non-sherried Speyburn. I think this is possibly my first foray into the distillery. So it could be that the distillery character is sort of orchard fruits, but it really is nice, and I'm glad that I'm picking up that and not just the sort of sherry influenced dark fruits that you'd normally get. Let's have one final sip. Yeah, I think the sherry wood in this is definitely giving a slight dryness. That's like a dry oak or sort of lightly tannic note on the palate. There is a hint of milk chocolate coming through, like I picked up on the nose, which is nice. There's a little bit of sort of baking spices like cinnamon, and also getting like a hint of nutmeg. In terms of finish, I'd say it's quite long. There's like a slightly dry red wine note. There's the raisins. There's almost like a slightly bitter green apple skins coming through as well. And there's almost like a honey sweetness as well. In terms of value, well, as I said, I picked this up as part of my Somerton subscription, so it's £59.95. And obviously that is a bargain for any 18-year-old whisky any day of the week. The fact this is 46% ABV, it's non-chill filtered, natural colour, obviously that is a pretty winning combination. And the fact it retails for just under £90 in the UK, I think that's also pretty impressive. I think this is a brand that hadn't appealed to me before. I think their branding, is a little bit wishy-washy. I think it gets lost. It's very average, but they're clearly producing good liquid. They've obviously been around as a distillery for a long time, and yeah, I think I'd definitely be interested to try some of their other bottlings. I think having tried this, it's definitely a good whiskey. I think the quality of the sherry that they've used in this is also very nice. I think this is an ideal sort of autumn-winter dram. It'd also be an ideal gifting bottle. The fact that it is an integrity malt, the fact that it's 46% and non-chill filtered natural colour, I think that's really good. But I think the brand as it goes, as I said, I think it's been a little bit lost on me in the past. It's something that I haven't wanted to reach for, and I can't say I've heard many people shouting about it, but maybe that's to their detriment, and obviously mine as well. It's definitely a brand I'm going to keep an eye on from now on. If you've tried this, let me know in the comments. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, if there's another bottling that you would recommend from Speyburn that you think I should try, then also let me know in the comments as always. Hopefully you found this interesting, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Stauncher.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.